What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Campus and Pro. In today's episode, we're gonna be previewing the national championship. Man, this season is just
Oh
honestly
my.
it felt like a long season. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like
It
this has been
it
a
did.
long. I mean, August. We've been talking from August to now almost February. Like that's a long football season. Um, but yeah, it's
But
crazy. It's over. It came
what
down to
last game?
two teams,
Last
Indiana
game of the year,
Miami at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. So a little bit of advantage maybe for Miami. We'll see how that plays out.
maybe.
Kickoff at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. And, they have all their little sub channels throughout the game. Indiana trying to win their first championship in school history. Crazy to believe that Indiana's in this spot. They're usually you think a
Mm-hmm.
basketball school. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's been a
easy.
great run for them. Likewise for Miami. They're on a little
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say Cinderella run, but definitely a great run for a 10 seed. Didn't really see this one coming.
Oh, for
And
sure, for sure.
no SEC teams in the
For what, like the
championship.
third year in a row, no
Yeah,
SEC?
third year in a row. Mighty SEC. They get all these bids. I don't know, man. I think the Big Ten's a little better than the SEC. But
You know,
that's
this
another topic.
it just means more in the Big Ten, I guess, you know.
I guess it just means more, right? And the ACC. Okay,
Yeah,
so
but Miami, they beat two SEC teams to get here,
they
and a
really
Big
did
Ten,
on the
and a
road.
Big Ten, and
They
a
beat
Big
one on the
Ten
road
team.
too, and a Big Ten team. That's not an easy path at all for them. And then Indiana's had a little bit of an easier path, but hey, they still beat SEC team and a Big Ten team.
But I mean, when you're the number one team in the nation, you should have an easier path. So,
Yeah, I agree. But some of the other teams I got buys wouldn't say that.
yeah, that's fair. Well, all right,
All right,
let's get into the game.
how did each team get here?
So we got Indiana. They were the only undefeated team in the nation, and they, as we all know, they entered the playoffs as the one seed after they beat Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game. And their playoffs, it's been like straight dominance. Like no one's really like matched up with them well at all, and they just beat the brakes off of everyone so far. And they've been very efficient with their balanced offense. Mendoza's looked great. He's still controlling Signetti, or whatever his name is. But they've been playing great
Kurt.
defense. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, but this is one of the most crazy program turnarounds in history, and now all of a sudden we have the boy Mark Cuban stepping in donating now when they're good.
Yeah, they get
I
all that
mean,
money now.
I'm not trying to say, but I mean I don't blame the guy, you know.
Yeah, for real, got to help his team out. Now Miami, they entered the playoff as an at-large. A little bit controversial. A lot of teams were wanting, or
Upset.
a lot of people were wanting Notre Dame in over them. So yeah, it was
hmm
definitely a little controversy there. But ultimately they beat Notre Dame head-to-head earlier in the season. They've had a great run. They beat Texas
For
A&M
sure.
on the road. Nobody saw that coming. They beat
hmm
Ohio State. Nobody saw that coming. And then they beat Ole Miss in a great game last weekend.
hmm
And then Carson Beck, a transfer, what, sixth year senior,
Pretty sure it's the
he's the
seventh year.
57th. I know he said he graduated 2 years ago earlier in
Yeah,
the interview.
today. Yep.
But yeah, so he's definitely has experience and finally into the championship game again. So it'd be fun to see them match up versus Indiana.
For sure, for sure.
Our key matchups to watch for this game. What are your key
Uh,
matchups?
First, we got Indiana's defense versus Carson Beck. Like we'll see what Carson because we know over here Carson Beck has had his ups and his downs, which instantly though I'm pretty sure he threw like five interceptions that one game.
Yeah,
That was a rough game for him. But then there's like Carson Beck last week who ran that last play in for a touchdown. It looked amazing, controlling the game. And right now Miami's averaging 254 passing yards per game. And but the thing is, Indiana's outscoring their playoff opponents by 69 total
that's
points.
crazy. Gosh.
I don't know, man. It really depends on if Carson Beck, if he could stay composed in the pocket and control the game, because if he gets rattled too much, then Indiana can make him rush his throws, and then it just goes downhill from there.
Yeah. And then Miami, they're a very speedy team. Indiana's a
Oh
very
yeah.
physical football team. They want to slow the game down, play their brand of
Mhm.
football. So I'm gonna be curious to see how Miami's athleticism is gonna match up with the trench work and dominance that Indiana has. And it's gonna be a great game. We'll see how it goes.
Should
And
be.
then mentioned
Yeah.
earlier a little bit of home field advantage. I mean, they are playing in Miami. Obviously Miami's used to this field. They played on this field all season. They're used to the weather, different things like that. So they might have some more fans as well. So it's gonna be curious to see how that matches up for Indiana. I don't think it's really gonna affect them too much. I mean, nothing really shakes this team, so little curious.
Yeah, but it could have some small things. All right, let's get into some matchups we need to watch for this game. So we have this is an underrated receiver in Indiana, wide receiver Charlie Becker. But
Probably Brewer.
how's he to go against Miami DB Darmani Brown? What do you think about this?
Well, he's one of their trio receivers. They have some good receivers out there. But I don't know. I'm curious. Damari, he's been locked in on playoffs. He's had some big plays. Bro, why is my camera like sorry. He zoomed in. He's had some big plays throughout the playoffs. He's their most physical corner. Big part for their success so far. Obviously, the defense has carried Miami through some parts when their offense hasn't looked the best, but the defense has been great. That's why they beat A&M. That's why they beat Ohio State.
Almost.
Yeah, I want to say Ohio State. They did beat Ohio State. Yeah, Ohio State. I wouldn't say Ole Miss. Their defense had some questionable things to do in that game. But yeah, they still won ultimately. Their defense still helped them win the game. But why this matters because Indiana's passing game is explosive and Miami's corners are, I don't know. We'll see how they do with these one-on-ones. Somebody like Brown,
Mhm.
he's gonna have to step up. All the corners are gonna have to step up in this game if they want to win this game because they're gonna get stretched vertically, and we'll see how they match up. To me, a curious thing to see because if they're able to match up well and they can like stop this passing game, it's gonna give Miami a much better chance to win this football game.
Yeah, one thing I will say about Charlie Becker is like there's gonna be so much attention on the top two guys, Omar Cooper and Elijah Surratt. They're gonna be
Yeah,
dialed in on those guys. So Charlie Becker, if he can make some plays, and because like he's gonna be like the game plan is the big two guys, but if he can get in there and make some big plays, then it'll be a very big game changer for them, especially with the lower people in the depth chart to see what goes on. But yeah, if he can get some yards, then it'll be really good for Indiana.
yeah,
And just like how I mentioned Elijah Surratt, if he can win his coverage, because he will be double teaming some of the game, and it'll be a lot of the game plan will be on him. But if he can get going, then Indiana and Mendoza, if they get that connection going, it'll be really good, and they'll be able to
yeah.
put some
And
points
he
up against
he
this
like
great
he
Miami
likes to
defense.
ride on those like short 8 to 12 yard intermediate routes. So
Uh-huh. Oh, he's
be
really good
curious
on
to
that.
see how those go.
All right, now we got Carson Beck versus Indiana's edge rushers. Like how we mentioned earlier, Carson Beck, if he's rattled and he's like rushing everything, it could be a long day.
Yeah, but
It
if he
could be
has
a
time, he's gonna pick
long
apart that
day.
secondary. That's
That
if he
is
has
true.
time. I don't know how Miami's line's gonna hold up though because Indiana has a pretty good D line. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, at the end of the day, this could just be a battle of the defenses, and we
Oh
could
yeah,
just be
absolutely.
overlooking everything because they both have amazing defenses. But that's how we said Indiana, they have an amazing linebacker all the way from Aaron Casey to all the other ones. But we'll see how Miami's Mark Fletcher, if he can get going, then
He's a stud.
that
That
will
guy is
really
a
help
stud.
Carson Beck out. They get that run game going.
Dude, that
And Mark,
catch, that catch he had last week, and they
oh
didn't call it. That was a catch, bro. They didn't call it a catch. It
yeah,
was one of the best catches I've ever
yeah, but
seen. It made me mad.
Mark Fletcher, man, but he's been on a tear recently.
Oh
He's
my
just like
gosh, yeah. Isn't he a freshman?
earlier this season we called Mendoza a freshman, but
He's a junior. I think. And that was like preseason, by the way.
was
No,
preseason by
I think he's actually a
the way.
freshman. I'll look at it later. We'll see. But yeah, that guy's a stud.
For
Yeah, like you
sure.
said, if he gets going, it's gonna make this game a lot easier for Miami. Because if Carson Beck's able to if Fletcher gets going and then it makes the passing game a whole lot easier. So if he gets going, then Beck will be able to get going. This game could be a little interesting for Indiana. And I don't know, he's their best player in my opinion.
All right, and our last matchup will be Indiana's O-line versus Miami's edge rusher Ruben Bain Jr., future NFL top pick, maybe? We'll see.
First rounder.
Yeah, what do
Rush and get into Indiana's O line, which Indiana has a great O line, and this can make this game
you
a lot easier for Miami to win. Like I was saying earlier, if they get the run game going, it's going to help a lot because Carson Beck's able to pass. So if Miami can edge rush and get into the gaps and the trenches for Indiana, it's gonna be hard for Indiana to win this football game.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. If Ruben Bain, if he can get hot, then it's gonna make it so much more difficult
Oh
for
yeah,
Indiana and
absolutely.
Mendoza because it'll be in the back of their mind. It'll be the tackles. They might start jumping, get some penalties going, and when you get set back by little things, it's really this root. It can be a drive killer,
Yeah,
and this is a really this is not a good thing. But one thing I've noticed, Indiana, they hold advantage in most of the major matchups according to analytics all over, especially at quarterback and efficiency. Offensive line, defensive line's a toss up. Might give that one to Miami just because.
yeah,
But overall depth, I mean, Miami's one of the best edges in the nation, and their secondary has been very good from skill. But at the end of the day, it's a national championship. These are the two best teams in the nation for a reason. They're both here for a reason. So.
yeah. Nobody knows what's gonna happen. It's college football.
hmm Yeah, like I said, let's go down a little
Let's go
bit.
down,
Okay.
yeah, through a little position by position advantage. Who do you think has the edge at quarterback?
I'm thinking, nah, give me Mendoza in this one.
Yeah, Heisman winner. I think I agree with that.
He's
Very
been
smart football player. I think he's gonna be able to make some good high quality decisions. I mean, he has to win this game, but don't set out Carson Beck because like he's
oh
made
for
some great
sure.
plays. He's a smart football player. So both of these quarterbacks are very smart players. They know what they're doing. They're experienced. Carson Beck's won a national championship before. Mendoza has been in the situation before, but he's still not gonna mess. I mean, he's not made mistakes, but he's poised. He knows what he's doing. He's gonna come in there calm and confident and help his team win the football game. And Carson Beck's gonna try to do the same thing.
Yeah, all right, let's move on to running backs. For me, Himby is very good, but I just think Mark Fletcher is so much. He's amazing. He's been so good these past couple weeks.
Oh, Glaze.
No, he's been amazing. But Himby's been really good. But for me, he just never seems to be able to find the end zone. Like he always gets down there, and then someone else sticks it in.
Okay. Yeah. One way to say it, I guess. Wide receiver. So has the edge at receiver.
I believe it's Indiana. I mean, Miami, they have Malachi Tony, which has been amazing as a freshman this year. But I mean,
Yeah.
Surratt, Omar Cooper, they're both incredible this year. They're both NFL talents. And I mean, Tony's only a freshman right now, which he's been amazing, don't get me wrong, but I
Does he
think
have a,
Indiana has the edge in this one.
does he have an older brother by chance?
Who?
Tony, of Miami. Does he have an older brother in the in the NFL?
Are they related?
I think so. I'm pretty sure I've seen that somewhere that they're related. Uh,
Kadarius Tony in the flesh?
Kadarius Toney. I have to fact check that. A couple things I need to fact check after this video.
Oh,
Um,
a lot of things do.
Tight ends. Who has the advantage there?
Honestly, man, I'm not too caught up to date in their tight end game, but what I've read is both their tight ends are more blockers compared to pass catchers. But if the time is needed, I feel like they can both do well in the passing game. But for me, I'm gonna give this one a tie.
Yeah,
But
I
it can
think
really go either way.
yeah, and I think both the lines go to Indiana as well. O line and D line. I mean, don't get me wrong, Miami's a really good D line, but overall, why are you looking like that? Overall, I think Indiana's better lines and they control the trenches more than
Yeah,
Miami.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think Miami. I think they have they have one bigger name that's really good, but I think
Yeah, they like
overall
overall, like
probably
as a
Indiana.
unit. Yeah, yeah,
Oh well, let's go to the more defense side, the linebackers. What do
yeah.
you think about the
Indiana,
linebackers?
Indiana.
I mean, I agree with you
I
on this.
mean, Miami's more athletic, but they're inconsistent and not as good and disciplined as Indiana's group of linebackers, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair. I think Indiana, their linebackers have played amazing this year, and they got some white boys that can run. I'll tell you that
Yeah,
now.
they do. There
They
you go,
do.
man.
So yeah, I gotta get Indiana this one too. But
The
I
secondary,
mean,
on the other hand,
oh, I'm having to give this one to Miami. Miami's DBs have been great this year, which
yeah,
Indiana secondary is great. They're all like 28 years old and all transfer portal, but like, yeah, I mean they're all very good. But I just think Miami has a little bit of an edge right here.
yeah, I agree on that one.
All right, special teams.
Special teams,
The
I mean,
game
it's
could
a
be decided
toss
for
up.
sure.
Yeah, I mean, Indiana probably. I mean, just over the course of the season, how they look over the playoffs. I mean, they're more
Hmm.
reliable, more consistent kicking. But yeah, special teams can go either way. It really just depends on who gets hot and get a kick return, punt return. So I mean, it just depends.
All right,
Ooh,
what about coaching? Who do you think's the better coach for this
that's a
matchup?
great question.
It really is a
Right,
great question.
I think right now it's gonna be Kurt. I mean, his team's undefeated. I mean, a lot of success at James Madison. He brought it over to Indiana. What are they, 15-0, 16-0? So his team's poised. He has his team locked in every week. Mario Cristobal, I mean, he's a great coach too. I mean, they lost two games,
Phenomenal.
but
He has really brought Miami back.
oh yeah, 100%. But he's gonna have his team ready. He's been in some high caliber games. He
Sure.
knows what it's like, what's gonna take to win. So yeah, he's definitely a great coach as well. But I think I'm at the end of the Signetti right now.
I think right now I'm giving it a Signet just because of I don't want to say this, but I think I think they I think
What? Bro, what? Say it.
I think Cincinnati.
Are you serious? I'm not editing this out, bro. What?
You can go. I
Okay.
think Signetti is hotter right now.
Okay. It took you that long to say that. Okay. Um, our game sim by Preston. Let's
Okay,
let Preston
I'll
go.
take over this one. So I had someone do a game sim or the internet do a game sim for this. This is how it
ChatGPT.
goes. So we started the first quarter with Miami opening kickoff. Miami, they started a hop drive in the field, but ultimately they settled for a field goal. And then the respond for Fernando Mendoza hit Surratt on a slant. He caught that up 38 yard, hit it for a touchdown. So it was a 7-3 ball game. And then when the second quarter came around, Miami came out swinging. And Miami, they ended up going up 10-7, but then Indiana turned up the tempo. And Mendoza hits tight end Trey Walker for a touchdown. But then during the game, we had a couple of turnovers, we go back and forth. And then at halftime, Indiana was up 17-10.
I like how you have
And
like
then
specific like routes in there, like by players.
but then Indiana ended up going up by 14 points in the third quarter, up 24-10. Well, you're thinking Indiana's all the momentum, they're gonna win this game. But then out of nowhere, Miami comes back with a touchdown on their own, and Hard Rock Stadium erupts and they go crazy. And then can I say, but then Indiana's defense holds Miami to a field goal attempt, which
14 play,
misses
82-yard
wide
drive.
left.
Oh
It's
my
no
gosh.
good. But in the fourth quarter, Indiana puts together a championship level possession of 14 plays, 82 yards, of 8 minutes of clock ran off. And Mendoza finishes with a play action rollout touchdown pass to Elijah Surratt to go up 31-17. But can Miami respond? We're not sure. Okay, but then Carson Beck drives on the field to a hurry up drive and scores with 2 minutes left on the clock. But end of the day, Miami just can't get it done, and Indiana wins the simulation.
They
And
win.
the game MVP was, can I get a drum
Fernand.
roll? Fernando Mendoza with 268 yards, two touchdowns, and zero turnovers.
Wow. That's amazing. There you have it, guys. That is the script for the national championship game. Monday night. You heard it here first. If Preston gets that right, we each have to give him
Okay,
$1 million.
but now let's get into this. Who do you think is gonna win the national championship, Aiden?
That's a great question. I really want it to be Miami. I just can't pick against this Indiana team, man. This Indiana team, I'm not gonna say they're up there. Okay, they're up there with 2019 LSU. They're not better than them, but this team has been like that level of dominant. So I just can't pick against this team right now. I hope Miami can keep it close. I think they will keep it within a score too most of the game, but ultimately Indiana's just too good of a football team. They're gonna win this game.
All right, for me, I've picked against Indiana. I've picked against Miami. I'm certified haters of both these teams at this point. But
Yep,
I'm agree with you. I think Indiana will come out on top. I do think Miami will keep it close, like you said. And I like deep down my heart, I want Miami to win this, but my gut's telling me Indiana's gonna end up winning this game. The story is just too good this year, and I just think they're gonna come out on top in this one.
I agree. It's gonna be a fun game though. I'm actually
For
excited for the
sure.
championship game. It's different teams you're not used to. It's not Alabama and
For sure.
Georgia. Alabama and whoever. So it's gonna be a fun game. I'm looking forward to it.
Hmm.
It's gonna be here Monday night, and we're uploading this Sunday. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun game.
Yep.
Any closing remarks from you?
All I can say is we'll see if this Preston script is right.
Okay, Preston or chat. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. That's a wrap up today's video. We hope y'all have a great MLK Day and enjoy your weekend. And as always, make sure you like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, X, Snapchat, all of those at Campus and Pro. Thank you guys. It's been real. Peace.
Peace.